Alright, during the regular season, we're going to start this segment off, the game review segment, with a song. But right now, it's preseason. I don't really think it deserves a song because as y'all watch during the game, the first 4 or 5 drives, offensively and defensively, because the ones came out, they came out hot, had the intensity high, had the physicality high. The execution was still off a little bit defensively, but they still was being physical, man. So, that's something we can lean on. When that second and third unit got in there, it started to drop off. And then, Cincinnati started to be smart. They started to pick on, certain players. Like, I don't want to call them out, man. I know they trying to make it an NFL team, but number 37 and 22, man, they was open like a candy store, man. Everything was just given away. So we're going to have to fix that. I know they probably, try to make the teams. Hopefully they make it special teams or something. But, yeah, so we got some highs, some lows. And for this segment, what we're going to do is we're going to go over certain, plays, especially the opening kickoff. I'm going to replay a video I said last week when Shawty from the Patriots ran it back. Who we need to put out there. That's horrible, man. We got to do better week 2, man. Y'all might gotta go ahead and put Revo out there to set the tone, man. Cause that ain't it. And play 1, kickoff 1. My man came out there. He, it's certain athletes that just understand, what passion look like and how to execute their assignment. And they got intangibles you just can't coach. And Revo one of them guys, man. And we're gonna review the first kickoff and the first few drives of the game, especially that first third down on our defense, where I felt like Lattimore, and I think he was working with Mikey. They could have done something. No, it was Lattimore. Damn, who was it? It was Lattimore and Harris, the new safety we got from the Saints. Yeah, man, they was working together on like an inside-outside combo where they decided to stick and just lock on who they had. But we're going to go over some of the technicalities of what they could have done different to prevent that first third down. So, man, y'all tune in. Everybody have some fun tonight. Hold. Before you watch the rest of this video, make sure y'all click that subscribe button below so you can stay up to date. And drop a comment, let me know what you think. Am I on point or am I off? Alright, y'all, we about to go over that first kickoff, man. This week's first kickoff was a little better. I don't like the squib kick I did to the short side of the field because then you split it in a quarter. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Down here on the left side of the field. When you do a squib kick where a runner can run up and catch the ball, this ain't the old kickoff where as soon as you kick the ball, you can run down and attempt to make a tackle or beat your blocker. You gotta wait till he catch the ball. So doing a squib kick to this, it's kind of cutting the field in half and not giving your team ample opportunity to get there. But you know who got there? Revo. My boy got intangibles you can't coach. He got the it factor. He got the definition with Dan Quinn. We talking about we hunters, never the hunted. Watch my man on his first round. Here we go, ball kicked off. This is what I'm saying though. So now look, it's like instead of cutting it in half and 5, remember when L1 through L5 on this side, R1 through R5 on this side. Because you squib kicked it, he caught it at the 17-yard line, and now look where he at already. So now it's like it's 4 on 5 blockers, and there's 6 of us over there. So that was a bad idea. But look who coming over here screaming. Remember last week, Noah took the wrong angle. He was the home run. Now, I ain't going to try to just drag on Noah. Revo's not the home run. But my man is hunting, man. He tracking that near hip, and he getting there with intensity and urgency. Watch this. Wow. That would have been another almost home run. The kicker had a better shot this week because he catty-cornered it. But, man, that's what I'm talking about. When you hunting, you go get that. Now, let's watch the end zone view. Same thing. Look at Revo coming from right here. Look at him the whole time. Track him. Near hip, that's me. On special teams, Dan Quinn says it sets the identity of the team. They say Revo been having a great camp. And that displays it right there, the want. You got on special teams, nobody want to play special teams, but you got to have a want, a desire, a need to make a play. And right there, man, that's an example of Revo setting the tone. All right, play 1, we look to see who set the tone, man. And whether offense push the defense back or defense push the offense back. Who controls the line of scrimmage on play 1? There's 2 players I want to point out. Frankie Louvu and Deron Payne did a great job on this play. Yeah, they got 3 yards, but they tried to do a quick double team block to climb to the second level to get Louvu. Instead of letting them just double team and push him off his line, Deron Payne, he elongated his body to make sure he could hold his position. And when the center did that chip block and tried to get the Louisville already read it and got negative because he saw the double team block, met him in a hole, and got rid of the block and made the tackle. Let's watch it live, y'all. We're going to watch this area right here. Watch. Where's the ball height? Quick double team chip block. But watch the Ron play elongate his body. Look, now he holding his position. Center trying to climb, but Louisville already getting negative. Take on the block, get rid of it, and make the play. We can't be. It could be better, but that's a good play right there. They got a 3-yard gain, but we reacting fast and physical, baby. That's what we like to see, fast and physical. All right, let's watch the end zone view and see it from another angle, so we can see the interior, man. That's how you watch film. Let's watch the interior. Now, same thing. Watch the Ron playing. Watch the center. He did a good job getting the snap off, double team into the chip block, climbing to the second level. But Louisville also did a good job of getting negative, defeating him before he got to that second level. Here we go. Let's see. Here it is. Watch the chip. Watch the chip. See, he's chipping right now. And look at Deron. He getting elongated. Didn't let him push him off his line. Held his ground. And now Louisville getting negative. Louisville could definitely be faster here. He know he could be faster here. But it's a great job defeating the block, keeping your eyes over his shoulders, and making the tackle. There you go. That's a good job. Runner picked the wrong hole, too. But that's a good job. Good 3-yard gain, but good defense stand, too. Oh, yeah, and with this first play of the game, another thing I want to point out is, you know, I want to use this as teach tape for some of my guys that I coach in high school, man. You always want to be around the ball. We got some type of shell coverage here, cover 2 or quarter. What's cover 2? Because watch how Mikey trapping. We used to call this raptor. I mean, the corner. If this tackle fans out, because there's no tight end, so now you the outside contain guy. If this tackle fans out, you got to get in the gap and replace and be able to run that alley. Watch Mikey on this play, man. This is just one of being around the football. Watch Mikey. Look. Trapping. Look at him. Trapping. He read that tackle, fan out block. Oh, yeah, it's time. It's run. It's run. Tackle coming downhill. He going downhill. Oh, yeah, I'm getting in there. He ain't make the play, but look, you just want to be around the ball. The ball might pop out. Somebody might fumble, or he might break a tackle. But as a football player, man, it's your job to always be around the ball, man. Just look at him here. Look at him here. He know his guy. It's only one guy over here, one receiver. It's only one threat. So the safety got that. Watch this. I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there. I'm trying to go make something happen. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you play football. Just wanting to be around the ball, man. All right, so the next play I want to review, man. This is a great roll to a cover 3. Buzz flat by Quan Martin. And when he rolled to his buzz, I mean, look, now you can tell in practice, they gelling, they getting execution, the communication right. We start off in the 2x2 set because they got 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is called 12 personnel because it's 1 running back, 2 tight ends. So they came out of 12 personnel, so we're like, all right, we're going to go cover 2. They only got 2 speed receivers out here. Cover 2, keep everything in front of us. But if they motion, roll to a cover 3. Now watch the execution here by Quan. He's rolling to a cover 3. He's buzzing the flat. He get rid of the blocker and make the tackle on a running back swing route. And Joey B, smart quarterback, we brought a pressure here. So what you do, you throw into the pressure. So that's a good job of him getting rid of the ball, but that's a good execution by Quan to defeat the block, make the tackle, and it got like a 4 or 5 yard gain, but he missed that tackle. It might be 10, 15 yards. Man, let's watch it. Look at Quan here. We start off at cover 2. Now look, they alert. Roll into a cover 3. He buzzing. He reading the whole time. Get rid of the block, make the tackle, man. That's a great play, man. And good cleanup by Lattimore too. Man, touch somebody, man. That's what we want to do every play. Hit somebody, man. Put your pads on somebody, man. Play football, man. Be physical. Hit. So, all right, next play. 3rd down. To me, our first big test of the season of how it's going to go. Offense did a good job of spreading the tight end out, bringing the motions, so he could use that as an identifier of what coverage we in. He saw the key that we in man, so Joe Burrow got his matchup he wanted. What we tried to do is disguise it like we got a 3-over-2 up top with Louisville, Will Harris, and Lattimore. Whole time it's man, Louisville's going, but we try to disguise it like we was bringing Revo to the field. The way you decide whether it's the field or the boundary is what side of the hash the ball is on. The ball is on the left hash, so the left side, the offense is left, defense is right, is the boundary. We acted like we was bringing pressure from the field, which the offense is right, our left side. So we walk Revo up like we was bringing pressure, but this is called a cover 1 double. You know, everybody knows who Jamar Chase is. So we did an inside-outside coverage on Jamar Chase. His man crossed the board one high. Everybody else is going. So all 5 players are covered, and then we got one high safety. But now what we going to watch for, look at the right side of the field, the top side of the field with Lattimore and Will Harris. They locked up. So now there's 2 ways you can play man when somebody does it. What's called a jack motion, just the motion to the same side. You can play it where you lock on, you stay with your man, or y'all can do it inside-outside coverage. Whoever's pressing takes the first inside, and whoever's off takes the first outside. But they decided to lock. And the thing that I want y'all to pay attention to here is if we watch Lattimore. Lattimore's receiver is on the ball, top of the screen on the right side of the field. Lattimore's receiver is on the ball. So it's his job to prevent the rub route. You got to get hands on. But because he's at the bottom of the numbers, he thinking, oh, slot fade. So soon as, T. Higgins, soon as T. Higgins gave him that jab step outside, he instantly released and then realized, oh, I got a speed turn because T. Higgins is not running the vertical route. Watch it. He gave him a jab outside. He had the speed turn. So, oh, he got me. But now that gave room for the rub route. What Lattimore's supposed to do, work his technique, stay square, and get hands on to help prevent this rub route. Because now you gave the tight end and receiver a chance. So now it's going to be a slight bump. Will Harris still got to plant his feet and understand the down and distance and to get negative. Track that low shoulder to get negative to make a play on the ball. He was late because he was thinking inside route because he came in motion. Watch it. See, he late. He got rubbed by T. Higgins a little bit. And now look, that created space. But that's not just his fault. It's primarily Lattimore's fault. Lattimore got to get hands on and flatten him out. You can't let him get an inside release vertical and then be able to chip your guy. You got to flatten him out. I know it's tough because of the leverage he had. You thinking slot fade. And he taller, third down, they want to make a statement. That's what you thinking. But that's a good speed turn, Byron. Stay on this line. But you gave him a chance to bump your guy off his line. Now it's 4th and inches. And y'all know what happened. Louisville jumped off the ball, and now they got a free set of downs. But our mind frame could have changed if we would have handled this situation different. What Lattimore was supposed to do, give him a tough jam, get hands on right now. Even though he's running a deep route past the yard markers, got to get hands on so he can prevent this rub route. But he didn't. That's good speed turn, good coverage. All right, next play we're going to go over. Same drive. They had just got like 4 or 6 yards on first down. Now, this whole game, every time we seen motion to the trips, motion to a version of trips, we use a running back in this count, 1, 2, then T. Higgins coming over, we rolled that safety down to a cover 3 look. And in the cover 3 look, we have responsibilities. He has buzz, and he has flat to wheel. So what he did was, he slowed it down the distance. This is technically in football between the 40 yards on our side or 40 yards on their side. We call that the shot box. So what he's anticipating is he's motioning to a real route. So instead of him going down buzzing flat to try to create contact, he buzzed down and went flat that way. Look, he took a high angle because he thinking, oh, he running a wheel route. So now he has this flat. Now Louisville is reading run, which is good though. Second and some change, your linebacker, your first read is run. But what Louisville does wrong here is cover 3. First off, Lattimore could be a little tighter. You know, he getting out of there because it's cover 3. This guy's kind of screaming off the ball into Jamar Chase. But you could be a little tighter. Here, Louisville job, after you read his pass, your eyes got to get out the quarterback's face and find work. Find who's in your zone. His next responsibility was supposed to be finding Jamar Chase. But what he did was hop in place. Because he's hopping back and forth, not giving no ground, not creating no space, and not finding work. So now look, that's an easy completion for the first down. That's a good job tracking to get the tackle, but the next level to this is, okay, I read is not run no more. Okay, I read run, now I'm finding somebody. I'm finding work. Your first threat is Chase. And you always want to know where Jamar Chase is. So you should always have your head on the swivel trying to figure out, okay, where's Jamar Chase and who's next? So now get there. That's a good reaction, though. Get the tackle. They got the first down. Now, we talking perfection. You want to be perfect? That's how you execute that play. You cannot be late to a hitch inside cover 3 when you hook the curl guy. All right, now they just outside the shot box. When I told y'all, 40 yard in between the 40-yard lines, that's technically the shot box where teams take shots to go to the end zone, take a deep shot, see what's happening. Now they technically slightly outside the shot box, but they got a fresh set of downs. And they're like, well, yeah, we about to try y'all, see what's up. It look like y'all running man across the board, which we are. And now let's watch. There's no at the bottom of the screen. First off, you got a key here. Jamar Chase is off the ball. So now it's going to be tough for you to get a jam on him, but you still got to try to get a jam on him. The thing I like that Noah did here, let's watch it. Noah was patient going down the field. But at the end, he panicked. Watch this. He could have got a better flattened out release to get him off his line, but he like, oh man, Jamar Chase, he might be running vertical. In this play, he was running vertical. He one-on-one out here. Now look, just get your hands off him. Be patient. Shoot through the hoop. Don't try to track him in patience. His shoulder pass. Good job with Jamar Salad. That was a bad ball. He wasn't catching that anyway, I don't think. But that's a good job here by Jamar Salad. But come on, get your hands off of him. And you know, when you're late, you shoot through the hoop. Don't grab him. Get him until he can fake and do that, man. That was... Alright, I mean, okay, I'm a DB, so I'm always leaning towards favoring the DB here. So, technically, yes, that's PI, but man, he wasn't catching that ball, ref, man. Come on, ref. He wasn't catching that, man. And that was my last play I wanted to go over from the first drive. Like I said, it was physical. You know, we took chances, we took challenges. Everybody lined up to play man, play their zone, and everybody knew their responsibility was one. But now we got to up the execution of the responsibility. Figure out, man, the most important thing in football, man, for me, it goes eyes, feet, hips, hand. Your eyes help you get your alignment and your assignment right. Feet gotta move first. Your feet not moving, you're gonna get beat. Then you gotta move your hips because you don't want to be reaching places. Then you want to get your hands on people, man. So this drive was a little rough. After that, they did a couple more plays and got in the end zone. So we gave him a touchdown on the first drive. That last pass interference that hurt us to get him inside the red zone. But all in all, I like the physicality. I like it was no blown coverages. Now we just got to do better with our execution.